Mr. Alain Gauthier.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Shannon. Talking about someone that does a lot for us, there's a lady here that's filling the blanks everywhere. Anytime we need some help with something, she steps right in. Well, I moved to, my accent is probably recognizable. I moved to Alberta in 1980. At the time after the military, I joined IBM. I became an engineer with them, and I moved to Alberta for 6 months. And well, there you go. Quite a while back. I'm still here. Um, I was told before I moved here, watch out for those Westerners. You know, these stories about the tar and feather, they still do that. First thing you do when you moved, I moved in September. My motorcycle was on a, sorry, I'll talk louder. My motorcycle was coming behind me on a train, and they told me as soon as you get to Edmonton, change the license plate because the Quebec plate will get you pushed off the road. So I'm expecting the worst. Um, but no, what did I find? I found welcome. I found people that were so generous. Um, and I also discovered that, I grew up in a political family. We were involved with the separation movement. My parents were very involved. I was involved myself. I was a union steward, and met Mr. Levesque 3 or 4 times at events much bigger than this one. And really involved. And in our family, it wasn't an option. You just either got involved in politics or just get out of the way. But when I came here, I stopped. After the referendum, like many French Canadian, we just kind of got disgusted with the rest of our compadres in Quebec. I left. I came here, didn't want to hear about politics, moved on. But I found that people here were a lot more welcomer than I had expected. So that's a good thing. And today, for those of you that are firearms owner or shooters, sports shooters, today is Canada Gun Range Day. So a lot of gun range are open to the public, non-members, to participate in sports shooting. So I thought I'd talk about our firearm rights that are being attacked all the time. But then I thought the firearm rights are just the tip of the iceberg. And I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the rights that we've lost, that have eroded over the last 30, 40 years. It's just like you've heard Michael, you'll hear Leighton after me, and you'll hear other speakers talk about, even Catherine, which talks about our justice system has been killed. And so the federal government, as what Michael referred to, not just the liberals, the conservative government as well, they've just sat on the sideline, look like. Either they completely don't know what they're doing, which I believe that, but they just kept eroding our rights, and a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And now we're finding ourselves like with mandates and pastors being jailed more at a higher rate than any other Western country in the world, for peaceful gathering. So it's a nonsense. How did we get there? Well, we got there by just sitting there, by just letting it happen. I'm sorry if that offends you, but you sat there and you voted them back in, and you kept voting. I did that too. I didn't miss an election by voting, but we keep voting those imbeciles in, and then they just keep taking away our rights. So what are we going to do about that? Well, we need leverage. And as much as you may not like Quebec, they got leverage. How did they get leverage? Well, part of it is the way our system is built. They got more votes, and anybody that's going to try to get elected in Ottawa is going to have to kiss the butt of Ontario, and Quebec. So they got leverage there. But they also got leverage because of the referendum. When the referendum started to show up, like in the late 70s, when they started to talk about it more seriously, leading up to the 1980, the federal government actually started to pay attention. They realized how much there was to lose if this province left. And then here we are in Alberta, having $2 out of every $3 that goes out in transfer to go to Quebec. And we sit there and we keep re-electing those guys. It's just unbelievable. So how do we get leverage? And they'll talk about that too. And you can go onto our website and find out more details on that. Well, we'll get leverage with Ottawa with the referendum for independence. Now, whether you're for separation or not, that's not really the question. My point of view here is that ask the people. That's democracy. Get our provincial government in 2023, elect an MLA that's going to support asking the people. Now, if the people say no, fine. But I guarantee you that a lot more people than you may think will vote for independence. Now, then there's a process after that, and there could be sovereignty within Canada, sovereignty outside of Canada. That's really not what concerns me right now. It's just the fact that A, politics is not a spectator sport. So we got to get on and we got to get involved. And it's not just getting involved by going to the poll every 4 years. Get involved. And I don't care what political party you support. I really don't. It doesn't matter. Support an MLA or an MP that's going to actually work for you as a citizen of Alberta. And then support them outside of just the poll. Get involved. Get involved with the Independence Party, whichever party you want. Get involved. Get involved at the local level, like at a school board, at the city councils, and then become a participant in the political world. That's all we can do, and that's the only way we can get to change this province, change what's happening to us. So that's all I have to say for today, and I thank you very much, and I invite you to visit our website. There's a lot more information there. Thank you very much.